Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors into the apostles, double honors into the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen that look like those heathen. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And I'm in my favorite spot that I like to teach in and do edifying lessons to edify the flock. When the summer comes, the spring comes, when the weather breaks. And those of you from Chicago, many of you know exactly where I am. And I just want to touch on a couple things that happened today. Today was a big day in America. You had everyone freaking out, tripping over the eclipse, and I didn't see it directly. Although I was sitting there eating after training a couple of my clients, sitting in the dojo. You know, we got the big plain windows in the front, and all of a sudden, you know, the sky darkened. So I saw it without seeing it, you know, without even looking up at it. And I saw the people in the businesses around me out across the street. All the nurses came out from the two health places, and they all had the cameras pointing up at the sky. And, you know, it seems like it was really no big deal to me. But it really was, because, matter of fact, let me grab a scripture. Because there's a lot of things that happened that led up to this event. All right, I'm going to go to Luke 21:25. And it reads, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts shall fail for fear failing them for the fear, and for looking after those things which are coming to on earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." And that kind of happened. Because you had, you know, this happened on 4/8. Today's the 4th. Is the 8th day of the 4th month. There was an earthquake that hit in New York on the East Coast, or Jersey and over that area where they really don't get earthquakes. And it was 4.8. You have these cicadas that are supposedly coming up out of the ground, two different broods, two different species that are going to intermingle and intermix, and they're saying that's going to cause some sort of health problems there, possibly. And then you had three C-130 Hercules planes that are supposedly going to fly in the path that the eclipse went, and be spraying something. All right. And I just find it funny that they're going to be spraying something along that path, and then these same scientists that are worried about the cicadas are also, the CDC is talking about, you know, worrying about some new issue with birds and flu that has now jumped species to cows, and now humans are getting it. So it sounds like, I'm not going to say that it is, I don't want to get hit with medical misinformation, but typically viruses don't jump species, you know. And then there was an issue and a problem with something called what did they call it? Now I can't remember the word anyway. Gain of function. Yeah, something about something called gain of function. All right, when something gains a function that it didn't have before, like jumping from one species to another. That sounds like some sort of scientific experiment that went bad, you know. But, you know, this is just me speaking. I'm not giving medical advice or speaking on medical things. It's just me pondering and speaking my thoughts out loud for those who can hear. But one thing that I do know is that when the C-130, you know, that was one of the cadence songs we were singing in the Marine Corps. And basically, when a C-130 is rolling down the strip being the runway, it's nothing good at the end of it, because how did the song go? C-130 rolling down the strip. Recon Daddy gonna take a little trip. Typically, when Recon is coming to see you, is nothing nice. All right. For those you don't know, the Marines, they're one of their elite branches, elite forces within the Marines, is the elite of the elites, is the Marine Force Recon. They're like they're the, well, the funny thing is the Marine Corps is a department of the Navy, but they're basically the Marines Navy SEALs. All right. And then and typically when those guys are being deployed, it's nothing nice. Okay, so when the C-130s roll, either they're gonna drop off some troops to do something, or they're gonna let loose some maintenance, or they're gonna spray something. All right, and it's not good, because I remember watching those planes fly over Vietnam, spraying that Agent Orange, and I'm pretty sure those were C-130 Herculeses as well. All right, so it's nothing nice happens when a C-130 goes rolling down the strip. All right, but let me grab another scripture. Yeah, because I heard about earthquakes and tsunamis. All these things are happening, as we're about to go digital, and we're in the middle of another retail collapse here in America, or actually it never stopped, and that's mainly because of the AI. AI is taking over everything. As a matter of fact, AI is going to replace all white collar and blue collar work. So what are these people going to do? What are they going to do? So all this sit at home and sit in the cafe, sit in the park, with your little computer and tap on it and enjoy the sunshine. That what are you going to do when those days end? Because those days are definitely coming to an end. All right, but this is another one, Habakkuk 2 and 1, and it reads, "And I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved? And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And it's not tarrying. All right? Everything's happening. As a matter of fact, you got all the people in Israel, and some of these videos I like to play, but unfortunately, the videos that I would like to play are in the phone that I'm actually shooting from. All right, but it's like that I'm recording from, and one of the issues is happening is that there's been a lot of Bible burnings after. It's funny that all this happened. There was one big one in Tennessee, and then there was some in Europe after Putin revealed those vaults, those oldest vaults in Russia, on those icons. But I'm like, what? But the Hebrew Israelites have been saying this for 17 years on the internet. No one else was talking about these things, putting up those, except maybe some of the Moors, some of the Moorish science guys. But guess what? They're Israelites too. They just on a bugged out doctrine, But these images of these dark icons of the saints of the people in the Bible, they're not only in Europe, they're all over Europe. I mean, they're not only in Russia, but they're all over Western Asia, what they call Europe. They were all over Eurasia, not just Europe. Not just Russia. So but nevertheless, these people were burning Bibles out, and there was a bunch of Satanists, I think, that burned a bunch of them, a truckload of them in Tennessee, right? And was screaming "Hail Satan" as they set them on fire or something like that. But that's just the people returning back to what they really are. They don't, it should be liberating. You don't have to hide behind the Bible anymore. Now that it's been proven without a shadow of a doubt, because you still have a few people who are trying to fight and debate their cause, which is worthless, trying to use pseudoscience, to get around the fact that these images are authentic and predate all Renaissance art, predate them. And, and they just so butthurt and angry over it. So, anyway, let me grab another quick scripture. Because like I said, there's so many things happening to the earth, it's getting difficult to keep up. But we just keep watching. But I was just having a conversation with a beloved sister, betrothed Hadassah, the other day. And I said something to the effect that I don't think anything's going to happen right away. But right after this event that took place today, I think everything's going to go haywire. This truly is the quiet before the storm. All right. They said, it was almost 70 degrees in the sun, in the shade. You can feel, because I'm sitting in the shade. I got my jacket on, but in the sun, it's pretty warm. Although you can never judge the weather by looking at Esau, because Salakia, because they they'll dress down even when it's. Just to give you an example, let me see if I can zoom in. You see? People are wearing shorts and stuff. So you can never, judge the weather by, if you look out the window to see what they're doing. Because Esau be out there in shorts and, in a t-shirt. And you think, oh, it's nice. And you go outside trying to, be like them, be freezing, boy. But, but this gathering, public gatherings and stuff like that, all those things are going to come to an end. But this is 2 Ezra 9:1, and it reads, "And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. Even so, times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs." And those effects and signs, well, we just saw a big one today with this, which they made a really big deal out of, with this eclipse. But all I can tell you is buckle up your seatbelt and brace yourselves. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makah Kwadash, Kwam Yasharallah. Stay prayed up.